What is going on, viewers of YouTube? SunSpot here, and I am back to give you guys my review of the Star Wars The Black Series The Force Awakens C3PO 6-inch collectible figure. Before I head into the review, I just want to let you guys know that I'm trying something a little bit different with my reviews. Less cuts, less edits, make it a bit more fluent, kind of like how little channels are reviewing stuff like T-Man and G1 Hexatron and, people like that. So I'm not going to do crazy edits or, loud transitions. I'm just going to smoothly go through everything about the figure and its box. So yeah, we do have C3PO here. He's a pretty neat figure. Before we head into him, I do want to check out the box here. It's really, honestly, nothing too special. Let me give you guys just a close-up. It does say Star Wars The Black Series there at the top. Transparent cover. We'd see the figure inside with all of his accessories, which is none, because this guy comes with, nothing. He has, a red background, which you could technically take out and use as a backdrop, but I'm not. I don't think it's too unique, unless it was that Kylo Ren one. But do have a nice image of C3PO. I did a review of him, actually yesterday, of this, but I decided to redo it. And I was saying in that review that this should have been the left side of him so that you could see the red arm in the picture, but whatever. And of course, this says C3PO Resistance Base. So there you go. And of course, you do have the Hasbro logo and stuff. And other side of the box has a series number. He is number 29 of this brand new wave, which I finally found in stores. And here just says C3PO Resistance Base. The back continues that picture, the series number, Star Wars, the Black Series, and here is a biography of the character. If you'd like to pause read that now, you can. As for the figure himself, this guy is actually pretty neat. I was debating whether I should pick this up. I don't know why. I'm glad I did, because this guy is just flippin' awesome. I do love the paint scheme they used for him. They used a pretty much kind of a shiny gold plastic, and then they just... Actually, I don't think this is even paint. I think this is just a separate painted piece of plastic itself. And I'll show later in the review, he literally has no other paint apps except for something on his palm, which I'll go over. But let's just get a quick close-up on the head here. I think, personally, they just did a great job with this head sculpt. From what I remember from the movie, it's definitely dead on accurate. Because technically he's supposed to be the same as he did in A New Hope and basically the original trilogy. I know the prequels he was definitely different, but they put in a lot of detail here, especially on the sides right here, which kind of divides his head, you can tell. And they kind of painted in some blotches of white around the dots of black, which are supposed to be his pupil, so it kind of resembles a robotic feel. And the mouth right there is definitely indented. It's not just painted on, which is nice. The lips are actually molded on too, which is nice. And for some reason, I'm colorblind, just getting that out there, but the mouth is the same color as his red brownish arm here for whatever reason. I don't know why, but yeah, overall the molding on the head is really cool. I do love what they did with the eyes here. Kind of makes it circular and stuff, and they molded in kind of caved in of where his nose would be, which is pretty accurate. Back of the head, have that little mechanical piece right there, and just a lot of nice detail. Now let me just show you the rest of the figure here. Again, the solid piece of gold plastic they're using is definitely working, aside from this down here, which, by the way, is actually not painted on. It's molded on, so if you touch it, you can definitely feel it. And same here with the other side, and they put a lot of detail in there. They mix the green with the yellow, red with the yellow, vice versa. So they definitely put in a lot of detail, and I'm glad they molded it in pretty high, because usually when, especially with Hasbro, when you lift a figure up like this, you just see a gap here of no paint. So it's nice that they put some effort there. That's just nice. And they put in a lot of detail in the arms, especially with all these pistons and gadgets. And look, they even put pistons in between his ligaments here on his hands, which is really nice. And they put some detail in the palms as well, it's black right here. So that, I think that's paint. That should be paint, not the plastic. So good on them. This actually looks really nice. I hope they're not going to do this, but I would love like a black and gold C3PO. That would be so nice looking. The back here, he does have his little backpack here. Just show you that a bit better. A lot of detail on these little... These remind me of fishes. I don't know, fishies. I don't know why. Don't ask me why. I always think of that. But the red arm here, solid piece of reddish-brownish plastic. From what I remember in the movie, and I'm probably wrong, I just got the movie on Blu-ray. I know it took me that long, so I need to rewatch it. But I remember it being more red rather than this brownish tint, which is a bit weird. But what I thought they did was interesting. They put in that black paint right there, which is kind of nice. I don't know how well you can see that. There we go. So it matches. The palms match, even though the black is different. So there you go. And you have some little dots right here, and they kind of molded in his chest or his pecs. And so yeah, there you go. I love this crotch piece right here. It's very smooth and slick. So I know that sounds creepy, but whatever. Not as creepy as what I'm about to say, and what I'm about to say is that they molded in his butt crack. So there you go, and I like all these lines here. You know, some toy companies, they just paint in these lines, so it's nice that, I mean, you know, they're molded on, they're indented, which is cool. This piece, I don't know I don't know what it serves. I don't know what purpose this serves. It looks like a piston, but it's not connected to anything. It's just sticking out of the side of his kneecap. And they painted the joint the same color, which is nice. This kind of bothers me a little bit. It throws it off a bit. I wish they made this little screw right here a little bit more seamless, but no big deal. Just moving down on the figure. Nice detail all around. I like how this is not completely symmetrical. This kind of branches off like a train track. This is kind of like a road or a sidewalk and something like that. It's interesting looking. And his feet. A lot of detail there. They put in a ton on the side too. Like when you feel it feels like touching like sandpaper, which is interesting. And bottom of the feet, he does have peg holes, but this guy, he can stand perfectly on his own. And yeah, he does have all the you know, labels and stuff. But yeah, this guy, he can stand pretty damn well. So there you go. So that's nice. As for articulation, though, this guy is actually pretty articulated. Beside the elbows, which are not articulated at all, he's basically fully articulated. His head can go up that much, down that much. It can basically rotate the full 360 and wobble left and right. So he does have a lot of articulation there. The shoulders here, interesting. So this piece right here is actually kind of like a pliable rubber or something, so it can rotate on its own, which means so when you rotate the actual shoulder joint, which can go the full 360, you can maneuver this along with it. And the shoulder can move 360, side to side, up and down, any way you want. The wrists here can rotate fully, as well as go forward that much and back that much. So that kind of looks cool. I'm a kid. Okay. As far as his waist, he can go up that much. Very, very nice. I love that. Because he does that a lot in the movie. So it's nice that he can do that. Can go forward that much. Not too much, but it's okay. And can move left and right that much. His legs can go forward not too much, but it's definitely realistic, and back a lot more. And he does have a thigh rotation and can't really do the splits unless you like completely bend this rubber piece, which I don't recommend. His knees can go almost 90 degrees and forward that much. So there you go. And his feet can go forward that much, back that much, and he has a full range of ankle pivot. As for size, this guy stands at about 6 inches tall, even though that's a complete lie. And when I introduced the video, I lied to you all. Do have my trusty tape measure here just to show you. He stands at just under 6 inches. So Hasbro, come on, bro. Okay, well, I can't really blame them, can I? Because these are technically in scale with other figures. So if I were to do a size comparison with, let us say, Jango Fett here, which I'll bring in, he's shorter than him, as he should be. I mean, Jango Fett is a big guy. He's he's like Boba Fett. He's a bounty hunter. He's tall. He's bulky. So C3PO being shorter makes a lot of sense here. But he should be cheaper. He should be a lot cheaper. Even though I got this guy on clearance. So there you go. But he does stand in good scale with, let's say, a Marvel Legends. These guys are completely different, but you get the point. And he stands at about half the size of a standard 12-inch figure, so I do have my 12-inch Marvel Legends Iron Man right here, which has trouble standing by himself. God damn it. But yeah, there you go for size. So a little bit under 6 inches. So overall, I highly recommend this figure. It's kind of rare to get a articulated C3PO figure, and this guy's kind of unique because he does have the red arm. He's from The Force Awakens, so if you do see this in stores, I recommend picking this guy up. He's just a cool addition to your collection. And with that said, people, if you did enjoy this video, please like, subscribe, comment, check out my site at SunSpotReviewz.com, and I will see you guys in my next video.